What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you an update video for the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise, and it is featuring a new SUGOFEST, new units, a new game mode which is treasure mode, and it looks absolutely awesome. It is, however, very pay to win. I will explain why later in the video, but first up, this SUGOFEST. Now this SUGOFEST, I will go over the rated up units later into the video. If you want to go check out where every segment is in the video, check the description down below because I will have timestamps and you can just click on them to go to the relevant part of the video. Now to begin with, we have got a new Zoro and a new Buggy which was teased before. Both of them, I would say they're okay, they're not necessarily amazing, but they are going to be very beneficial to have for the new treasure mode. Now treasure mode is a good way to bring out old characters who will become relevant in the meta again, which is kind of pay to win. I'm not a fan of this, but it is what it is. Now this SUGOFEST is going to last 8 days, and during these 8 days you will get one daily free pull. That is right, guys, you have a chance for 8 days with these free 8 pulls to pull a free legend. So fingers crossed, hopefully you get that legend, or you get the new rated up units, which is the Zoro and the Buggy. Now I won't go over their captain abilities because you should never be using these people as captains, they're not that great. But Buggy's special for 1 turn reduces all enemies defense to 0 on a 15 turn cooldown, which is very low for that kind of special. I believe there's only a few out there who do that, like Helmeppo and Shanks 6+, who's a 14 turn cooldown. And also for 1 turn increases slots effectiveness by 1.5 and reduces damage taken from a strength enemy by 80%. Now this is quite clearly to deal with the Mihawk. This is during the Marineford arc. Buggy gets slashed by Mihawk, doesn't die, that's the meme here. This one is Zoro, I believe in the Baratier arc. He gets slashed by Mihawk and gets absolutely ruined. But this Zoro will it will completely remove end of turn damage from the enemy, deal 13 times dex damage to the enemy, and also shuffle all slots, including block orbs. Not necessarily into matching, just randomly shuffle them, including your matching orbs as well, guys. So I don't think the Zoro is actually that great. The Buggy, however, is pretty decent. I do apologize if there's any background noise. My wife is cooking right now. So those 2 units will also gain bonus points during the treasure mode. So Buggy gets 1.5 times boost, and I think Zoro gets 1.2 times boost. There are other characters who I will go over as well who get a boost from the game. Now let's take a very quick look. Treasure map, if we click on that. Before I go into that though, I want to go over the new Mihawk, who is arguably the best free-to-play character in the game. Absolutely legend tier for a slasher. Arguably better than Legend Zoro as a captain as well. Legend Zoro being tankier, but Mihawk doing more damage. The reason being, Mihawk's captain ability is to boost the HP of all slashers by 1.3, which is not too bad compared to Zoro, and also 2.5 times attack, which is much more lackluster than Zoro. However, when you use his special, his attack boost goes up to 3.5 times. He will further increase it by a 1.4, which 2.5 times 1.4 is 3.4 times attack boost. 3.5 times attack boost. Sorry guys, I got that completely wrong. 3.5 times attack boost, which is absolutely crazy. And his special ability, you are definitely going to want to use this on the burst turn. 100 times attack to all enemies, which alone is amazing. This is a 14 turn cooldown, by the way. Locks chain multiplier at 2.75 times. Already very close to legend tier material, and to push it over the edge, 2 times orb boost. So he does 3 things: 100 times non-type damage to all enemies, 2.75 times chain lock, and 2 times orb boost, which is absolutely insane on a 14 turn cooldown, guys. Legend Zoro teams, or even just this Mihawk team, freaking insane. He will also boost, if he's a sailor, the attack of all slasher characters by +50, and treat quick slots as beneficial slots to himself. He's a strength slasher type, nothing else, a strength and slasher. Now these are his max stats. I don't know if these stats are limit broken. If they're not limit broken, he has the highest base attack in the game. I have a little inkling that this is not limit broken. I feel like this is probably not limit broken, looking at that HP 3460. That's a lot lower than Raid Mihawk, so I would not be surprised if that's not limit broken. If the stats are limit broken, again, I wouldn't be surprised. He is cost 60 as well, the second highest cost in the game. He also has limit break abilities of critical damage and also reduced slot seal. So he's pretty future proof because slot seal is going to become more and more prevalent in the game. But nonetheless, this Mihawk, as you guys can see, is pretty much legend tier. The best free-to-play unit in the game, in my opinion. Now, if you want to take a look at all the boosted units, so here we go. The very highest boosted unit is the Buggy, Quick Buggy, the new rare recruit Buggy. Hopefully you guys can pull him with the free pulls. We've also got the new Zoro as well. He will be boosted by 1.25 times treasure points. And also these guys will have their stats, Zoro and Buggy, boosted by 2.5 times. So they're going to have insane base stats. Buggy will have his cooldown reduced by 10. So his cooldown, the first turn you use it, will go down to 4. Even 2 actually, if you think about it, if you have cooldown sockets. Zoro's will be reduced by 5, which is pretty good. It is kind of pay to win for the new treasure map, sadly. But if you get one copy of that Mihawk, you know, you can straight up use your universal socket hooks if you did find them, like the 4-star ones, and max him. He does have, I believe he starts at a 37 turn cooldown, which means you're going to need 23 skill ups. But if you did save those socket books, good on you. You're going to have one of the best characters fully maxed the moment you get him to drop. Now this one, Legend Lucy, as you guys know, was promoted to pretty much smash the new game mode. And as you can see, Buggy and Zoro are both quick and dex, so they'll slot right into Legend Lucy teams. Legend Lucy's cooldown reduced by 5 turns, which is pretty good. His stats will be boosted by 1.2 times, and he will also gain a treasure point bonus of 1.2 times, which is pretty good. All of these units will have their cooldowns reduced by 3, and also their treasure points earned by 1.1 times. So you've got pretty good units on there. Good Colosseums, you've got good Colosseum, you've got Colosseum Lucy, Colosseum Nekomamushi, Colosseum Inuarashi, you've got the new Koala as well for the newer players. You've also got Strong World Ace, Raid Sanji, a lot of new units in there. Sai Sabo, Kai Raids have finally been granted that bonus. Sadly, not the Dex Sabo, because Dex Sabo is a very good unit. I don't have Sai Sabo, unfortunately. But yeah, that's that. Let's go into the treasure map help menu, which will tell you more about the treasure map. So now treasure map, okay, apparently it doesn't tell you more about treasure map. So in that case, let me get up Mr. Koala-san. Big up to Mr. Koala-san. He's a massive translator and contributor to the community on Reddit. Now, Mr. Koala-san has translated the help menu. I don't know where he's found this, but there will be 3 leagues. You will have the East Blue League, the Grand Line League, and the New World League. Now, if you want to check this thread out, I will link it in the description down below. But let me quickly add this to what is going to happen. There are 3 leagues: East Blue League, Grand Line League, New World League. And your rank in the previous treasure map ranking will determine your league placement in the current treasure map. You'll also be divided based on your pirate level into different segments. Now, I don't know where I read this earlier, but I can't find it anymore. I was sure I found it somewhere, but it is actually on here. So let me hide this for a moment. That's my webcam. I'm a bad YouTuber, guys. I do apologize. So it is actually here. So you'll be placed into different categories. So there's the New World League, which is 30,000. The first 30,000 highest pirate level users, which is pretty interesting. You also have, I think this is the Grand Line League, which is the next 70,000 highest pirate level users, and then the East Blue League, which is everyone else pretty much. And you're going to go head to head against everyone in that sense. And the rankings will be split by the people who are in the top 5,000, the bottom 25,000, the bottom people below 60,000 in first place, and people above 15,000. I can't actually read most of this because the writing is so small. I'm sorry guys, my eyesight is terrible. So if you're in the New World League, 25,001 below, Let me just use the translations on Reddit because this is something I can have in full screen. Can refill stamina, guys. Now this is very important here. You can use gems to refill stamina, so it is pay to win. When you level up your pirate level, you will also regain stamina. Stamina will recover. Every 1 stamina point will recover every 5 minutes. And then when landing on a specific spot, it's like, you know, landing a meat orb, a meat up, or a stamina refill on a snail. So it is kind of pay to win. You can keep recovering stamina in this game mode. So, you know, the more gems you have, the higher rank you're going to get, honestly. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. As long as it's a still free-to-play mode, I like it. Because, you know, that Mihawk. If that's a free-to-play character and you can get it just by being free-to-play, I think that's absolutely crazy good. Obviously, skilling that Mihawk up is not very free-to-play friendly, unless you were here for the Universal Skillbook Island. You can clear the same area multiple times. There are different areas in the game that you can clear. I will leave the link to this entire thread in the description down below if you want to have a good read of it. Now, this is another one. This is kind of not free-to-play friendly, especially if you re-rolled. You'll find a maximum of 5 bosses on a multi-boss battle spot. Now, if you've ever watched any Dokkan videos, the way this system works is very similar to Dokkan. Crew members that you've used in a battle against the boss can't be used again during that multi-boss battle. So if you're fighting multiple bosses, you basically can't use the same team, and you have 25 characters. So you have 5 different teams that you can bring. So think wisely who you're going to bring. So 25 characters for a re-roller. You're not going to have those units, those ideal teams to go up against these bosses. Character restrictions are by character number and not by character name. So you can bring Golden Pound Usopp, and you can also bring Soge King. So they're technically the same character, but they're not the same unit. So you can bring unevolved and evolved units, which is a pretty big plus. So if you had sold your dupes, your unevolved dupes versus your evolved dupes, sometimes there's a place for unevolved dupes now, guys. So that's also something you should keep in note. Your friend captain is also subjected to these restrictions, which sucks. So that's also another bit of difficulty. You can't be leeching off a Lucy friend captain all the time. These restrictions don't apply to at battle encounter spots, which is basically where you're going to fight just one person or one boss. Not a big deal. But the multi-boss battle spot, you're going to have a stacked box, a really good box to get through this. So heavily pay to win. So that's a little bit sad, but it is what it is. You know, all the mega whales on Japan, those like the Shadow Fortress, I'm sure are going to rank very high. Now, the rewards on this game are pretty crazy. If you watch the video showcasing treasure mode, I think 150 gems for like coming 2nd or 3rd place. 150, guys, 150. But having said that, you're probably going to have to use like 100 gems to get to that point in the first place. So, I mean, 50 gems profit, still worth it in my opinion, if you're willing to sell your soul to the game. So let's close off this, and we will go into the rated up units day by day. So first multi-pool is all golds. The 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th multi-pool will all be golds. Not all be golds, sorry. You will get a guaranteed legend on the 11th pool, on the 3rd, 5th, 7th, and the 9th multi-pool. So if you do, you know, 7 multi-pools, you're guaranteed at least 3 legends. That's almost 50% rate, which is pretty good. I'm sure if you do 7 multi-pools, you're guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, you'll get at least 1 extra legend, maybe 2. So, you know, it's a decent chance of getting a fair amount of legends. But I would like to stress, guys, it's not all gold. So there's a part 1 and a part 2. Part 1 lasts from the 14th to the 18th. Now, the 3, 5, 7, 9 will reset on the 18th. And then on the 22nd, the SUGOFEST ends. So every 4 days, it's going to reset. And part 2 is from the 18th to the 22nd. Buggy and Zoro are rated up. Is there anything else of interest here? So first multi is going to be all gold. Every other multi is not going to be all gold, which kind of sucks. Pretty big bait if you ask me. Now, the rated up units on the first batch, or the first multis that you do, from the 14th to the 18th will be Lucy is going to be, oh actually I take that back, Lucy is not rated up, Nekomamushi is rated up, Shirahoshi is rated up, Bartolomeo is rated up, Edwin Newgate, so Whitebeard is rated up, Trafalgar Law is rated up, Magellan is rated up, The rare recruits that are rated up are Captain Buggy, Zoro, Mr. Zero, so Crocodile, Fukaboshi, Doc Q, Smoker G5, Don Sai, Mancherry, Leo, Ricky, Abdullah and G, Chinjao, the new Diamante, I believe this is, Nami, I think this one is the one with Billy, Virgo, no, this Nami is Sai Nami, 3-day, 2-year Nami, I think, and then we have Virgo, Squad, Captain Kid, Uruj, Basil Hawkins, Blamenko, and Tao Nami. So not the best rated up units, honestly. That's actually pretty bad if you ask me. So the second batch, guys, the second batch of rated up units, I do apologize. The legends that are rated up: Rob Lucci, Saiboa Hancock, God Usopp, Akainu, Fujitora, and the rated up rare recruits will be Beppo, Quick Beppo, Margaret, Boa Marigold, Boa Sun, Sonia Deadly Combo, Mr. 2 Bonclay, Hanyabao, Emporio Ivankov, Quick Ivankov, I believe this is, Sai Jinbei, Caribou, Tsuru Van Oga, Usopp, I think this is Time Skip Usopp, Gladius, Buffalo, yep, Buffalo, Scratchman Apu, and Izo. So those are the rated up units for the second batch. And yeah, guys, that's a lot to take in. Do check out the thread. Big shout out to Mr. Koala-san Z as well for the translations. And thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that video was pretty long. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Timestamps in the video down in the description down below. And yeah, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.